Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for waking up early with me today. I know it's earlier than most of y'all are used to when I drop one of these videos, but it is about 7:53 a.m. as we approach the pre-market here on Wednesday, January the 19th. We're coming to an end here of the first month of the new year. It's been a rough start this new year, but we are starting to see some recovery in the market on some of these stocks we've been following over the last, few weeks or a few months here. And I had to put out another alert just to let y'all know, what's been going on over the last few days. I did release a video, I believe it was Friday, letting y'all know what I was watching as to some of these pre-breakout stocks. And for all you new viewers out there, if you aren't already in the know as to what we do on this channel, we like to give y'all those alerts, letting you know as to what we're looking at. And some of these stocks looking to make some big moves soon. And we like to get on board before they actually break out. So that's why I like to release these videos, trying to get y'all in the know and just let y'all know as to, hey y'all, these may be making some big moves soon. It's now the time to get in. Well, it's just something to watch. But off the bat, let's go ahead and touch on some of the stocks that we mentioned here on Friday. I do have the 4 stocks up on the charts. 2 of them is a couple that we covered on Friday that I wanted to update y'all on as the movement that's happened. And I got 2 other ones that I wanted to touch base on as to why I'm watching them and give y'all an idea as to what we're looking to do on some of these moving forward. But let's go ahead and dive right in here, y'all. Off the back, we're going to cover BBIG. Now, I know this is a lot of y'all's favorite. We've been following this one for a while. For those of y'all that have been, in the video loop here over the last few months, we've been following since these highs here back in, September, before July, even back here in June is when we've seen some of these movements and the upside. But we had that breakout back in June. We've came all the way back down, to about $2. And then we've seen a massive push to the upside back in September, about $12 or so. And since then, a lot of the interest started to die. It get drained out of the stock, as you can see. It was just a massive sell-off hitting those highs coming from that $2 low. And over the last few months, we've just been selling off. We've had a few attempts to break back to the upside. Just wasn't enough buying power. And little by little, we started to shrink down here. Good news is here, as we started to see on the 10th, we started to see a push back to the upside. And I believe it was on the 14th, or around $3 or so. And I started to let y'all know. I started to see the volume build, which I'll post that video below. Y'all can check it out on that call out there. But I was like, hey, y'all, this may be a good opportunity to get in. It's never a guarantee. Always know your ins and outs. I didn't end up trading it. I'm still holding a few shares on this stock, but I didn't end up buying any more, as I have played with this one in the past, and I've made some gains, but I've also had some losses. So it's just a real risky stock to trade if you're not really involved in what they're actually doing. I know fundamentally the stock doesn't doing the best. They don't have the best reports out there as far as their earnings and things like that, but hopefully in the future we'll start to see some better improvements with this company altogether. I know they're focusing on their NFTs and their Lemotive application, something similar to like what is it called, TikTok, something similar like that, similar application there. But that's kind of what's been going on with this stock over the last few months. There's been a lot of volatility. But the whole point of the video today is like, hey y'all, we broke out. We hit that $3 mark. We did break to the upside. We broke through that support, that resistance level there. As you can see, we gapped up yesterday actually in the pre-market. We closed on Friday, 4:30, and then we gapped up to, we opened around 460 or so. And then we pushed all the way up, closing around 540 yesterday. But in the pre-market, as you can see, or the after hours, that is, yesterday, we actually pushed all the way up to my buy point, which is this green line. I've had this drawn since the past of when to buy in, and this is probably the best opportunity for me to look at a key level for me to want to buy in this stock again. If we can break back above this $6 and hold, I might look to trade this stock again, looking to hit those all-time highs and maybe even push up higher. Some people are calling that this stock maybe, a $20 to a $40 range kind of a price target. I'm not sure how accurate that is going off of what the company's doing. There's just not enough evidence right now to show me this company is really worth that much. I know they have a lot of things that they're doing as far as in the background, but right now there's just not a good reading on this company as to measuring them that they're worth, or their value is worth that much at this time. But right now we're at $5, as you can see in the pre-market. We're approaching about 2 minutes till. We've come all the way down, as you can see, from 6. We've already shed about $1, and I'm looking to probably come down a little bit lower before I even think of buying in at this level. Looking like we're seeing some good support here, as you can see on the 30-minute. This is the 50-day moving average. But I think we can possibly come down all the way back here. You never know. You know how volatile this stock is, and the bears take control. They could draw it back down to this level. And I would probably feel more comfortable scooping up shares around 370, 374. I think this would be a lot more comfortable than trying to buy in here, hoping it pushes back to the upside, and then it does come back to the downside. I mean, we do have some other support levels here around that 460, 440 range, even 420, but this is the 200-day exponential, and this is always a good indicator letting you know that if we do end up coming to the downside, more likely we can bottom around here. So that's just something I would kind of keep in mind, just to keep an eye on there. But we've been seeing, man, some massive volume over the last few days. Look at this, just pushing and pushing day to day over the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days, y'all. BBIG, man, that's just a massive recovery. If you got in, you've already pretty much tripled your money, give or take, since then. But yeah, as you can see, our volume was up. Our daily average is usually around 24 million shares traded. Yesterday we had 287 million shares in and out of this stock being bought and sold, which is crazy. Right now we're already up 11 million shares in the pre-market. And as you can see on the scanner, it's one of the highest up here. We got Funware following also, which we're going to cover here shortly. But BBIG, y'all, this has been real fun. If you're willing to ride, wait for one of these pullbacks here and try to find a good opportunity to get in. I would wait for the market to actually open. Give it a few minutes, 5 minutes into the market open, just to see how the stock acts. Don't have that FOMO thinking that it's going to take off, because a lot of times it'll push up, start to hit these key levels looking like a breakout, and then bam, they'll sell it short. I'd rather just play for those safe zones. You know, if you want to ride that momentum and take that 50-50 risk, you can try to around this area here. But just know that once we hit that $6 mark, we could see that pullback again. We still got to break above this 530 or so also. So watch that 530. If we break above 530, watch that $6. And if you are looking to buy in, we're either going to break above 6 and hold for support, I call that a buy point, or I'd probably wait for this 375 or so for me to buy in. Now, if you want to play on it real time and watch it as the day plays out intraday, just kind of look around this level here. And if you see a bounce here, you can maybe think of a time to buy in. But also know you're not going to see much upside if we got resistance right here. So just keep that in mind, y'all. Alright, let's go ahead and move on here. We'll be able to cover you again, BBIG, as we start to see some play on the upside here. So we'll come back to you, though, maybe tomorrow or maybe even the end of the market today. We'll see how the day goes. Alright, y'all. Stock number 2, Funware. Now, I've been following this one, too. Now, I know you see this high of $24 here back in October or so, the end of October. This one's kind of been moving with that DWAC, Digital World Acquisition Company. As you can see, we're already up $91 here, closing at 86 yesterday. We opened at 73 yesterday, and we're already up at 91. Already a $20 increase, which is about 20% of what this, maybe 25 almost, to 30% of where it opened yesterday, which is a pretty good move off of this stock here. And Funware kind of plays into that. As you can see, it kind of correlates with that stock there. But right now I do got that level measured. It's about 457, give or take. And as you can see here on the daily, we broke out yesterday, and we did see that pullback. As you can see, we've come back down. Right now is where we're pretty much where we're testing that level right now. We got to break above that moving average to continue to move up. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. It could be a good opportunity to buy in now, but as you can see, we're starting to see that red candle form on the 4-hour. So we could potentially see a pullback closer to that $3 mark before we start to move higher. Just something to look for as we move into the pre-market. Maybe look for that indication there on that breakout here. So we'll go ahead and mark you. looks a little healthy. About 337, you know, we got to break through 337. What you can see here is that high. We can break that and hold, and we'll be pushing higher. I believe they got a $4 price target on this stock. $4. They're calling it around here. We got a high of that 460 here on the 4 hour. Actually, it's about 488. Who knows? We can continue to move higher. This is digital world, funware. I mean, look into what they're doing. I believe they're talking. This is just some application. It has to do with their campaigning with the Donald Trump campaign. But I think there's a little more to their technology as to what they're doing. But just something you want to look into and just kind of do some research on the company itself and just understand what it is that they're involved in here. But we're looking good on the daily. We're starting to see, you know, we're still seeing that volume actually on this stock. Today, we're up about 2 million shares almost in the pre-market. Yesterday, our daily average about 15 million shares. Yesterday, we traded about 64 million. We're up 400%, give or take, on that daily average yesterday. Right now, we're about 2 million shares in the pre-market. So, yeah, about 10% or so above about our daily average. So we can still use some more volume, but as the day moves on, we might continue to see that as long as we can hold that support around that $3 mark. If we break below 3, we might start to push more to the downside. So if you're looking to trade on this stock, it's something to keep in mind. But funware, man, we've been seeing a lot of volume, a lot of attention around this over the last couple of weeks. So just keep this one on the watch list, y'all. Just look for a good time to buy in. It's a fair valued stock. We got a good upside, or you could possibly maybe double your money or so if we can get to that $6 mark. So be a good stock to trade if you can find a good time to get in. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and move along here and let's cover some of these new ones here because we covered these already on Friday. I had to update y'all as to the movement. Now, funware, we're barely starting to break out. We've seen some resistance on that breakout, so we'll see how today plays out. BBIGs are already gone. They've already took off. They're about to moon. We'll see if this continues to play out today, and we'll definitely update y'all on that as that starts to form and develop. But the two stocks that we picked up here that are new, we're going to look at DATChat, which is DATS, D-A-T-S. Now, this stock here had an article published yesterday on some new technology platform that they're going to be releasing. Now, let's kind of fill y'all in as to what they're actually doing here. So they initiate a Web 3.0 platform development for protection of NFTs and encrypted messaging. So this is all the digital world, digital technology, you know, the blockchain technology and things like that they're involved in. I believe they got some other things going on. But as you can see, they started to have that breakout here. They're testing that moving average. They still got to break above this exponential to actually feel more bullish on this stock. Let's kind of dig in a little closer here. But as you can see, we have that high of 1850 back in September. And we've kind of pushed down since then. We've already come all the way down on that moving average. But we're starting to see that we want to break out here. So we got to see how the day plays out. As you can see, we closed yesterday 333. We've come down in the pre-market on that high. But actually, we actually hit that 382 here about right before close yesterday. But in the after hours and the pre-market, we sold off. We're seeing a little recovery as we move into the pre-market here. But it's something we still got to look for on that breakout level. So let's go ahead and look at that 30-minute. So we got that 382. We got a break above right here. I mean, I would call it more right here, about 330 or so. And we're starting to consolidate around this level here. But let's just mark it at 322. We're going to have two levels to look for right here. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. We'll just mark it right here. That works. Bam. And we're going to have this other level around 338, 340. So within this range, we got to keep an eye on that breakout there. So we got to test that level, break through it, and then we got to break through that one to continue to move higher. So 382 though is the high we got to definitely look for. We're going to break above any higher. But let's see what happens today as to how this plays out. Right now our volume, let's see where we're at with volume. volume isn't too crazy right now. I mean, our daily average is only 2 million shares, about 2,500. I'm sorry, 2,500,000 shares. We're only about 500,000 shares in the pre-market. Now, keep in mind, volume can build pretty rapidly, just depending on what can drive this stock. We never know if something else can get published. You just never know. So let's just see how it plays out today. If we're going to end up pushing back to the downside, we could come back down to this 284 mark, give or take, which you may be looking to scoop up more shares. I really think this stock has a future potential here as cryptocurrency, blockchain technology starts to develop. I think this is something they'll be involved in. And I've just been hearing a lot of good things this company's been doing. I know their value pretty low right now, not much to really measure off of their value, but I really think going off of what I read and doing my own research that they're doing some good things. So I like to see the direction they go with what they're doing. I'll definitely keep y'all updated too as to how the price action moves on that stock. But DATS, y'all, if y'all ain't already watching it, add it to the watch list here. As we start to see volume build up, which I'll keep y'all posted, we may start to see some higher prices on this one. All right, y'all. Stock number 4, AVCT Amer Virtual Cloud Tech. Now this one here I've been following over the last few weeks. Before the market actually came down, I was actually trading this one. I'm still holding shares. I kind of just shortened my position, but I might be looking to double up again if we come down any lower. Right now I'm seeing us hitting that support level around 160 or so. As you can see, we have that low of 84 cents, and since then we've kind of broke all the way back up to around 312, give or take, is what I'm showing here. And we've been pushing up and down, consolidating within this range. Now I do have this downward trend, and as we start to consolidate into this wedge, I'm not sure if it can come before we actually can fully consolidate. I know they have a $7 price target on this stock here. And virtual cloud, virtual technology, this is a lot of gossip going around this kind of talk right now. As far as what this company is doing, is something I'm still reading about, filling myself in on, and something I'll let y'all know also once I get a full understanding on what they're involved in. Right now it's pretty much just following the price action is what I'm doing. But right now I'm invested, I'm holding it. We're holding around 160 and we're looking for a push back to the upside here. We had a lot of green days, you can see, but as the market started to sell off, the stock, a lot of the tech stocks have been down. So it's not just the stock itself. So as we start to hit these key levels on the downside though, I'm looking for that uptick in volume again. Volume started to die down over the last couple of days. Yesterday we only had 15% of our daily average volume. We've been trading around 40, on average about 40 million shares. We only had about 6 million shares come in yesterday, so really wasn't a lot of movement on the price. But we'll definitely see how the stock moves today. I know there's been a lot of interest in this stock also, a lot of attention over the last couple of weeks, and I really think if we get some news article published on some type of virtual talk, I really think a lot of these stocks are going to pick back up, especially those that are involved in the actual technology itself. So 163 going off of that low of 84, we've already doubled up since then. But as you can see, we have that high of 962. This was back of January last year, and we're a pretty long ways from that $9, but if we can push to $7, hey, 6 times my money, that sounds pretty good. That sounds very appetizing. And not only that, just going off of what the stock itself is doing. So just something to keep in mind. Just kind of dig in on the 30-minute here. We did hit that low of 158. And we've been consolidating here on the 30-minute over the last couple of days. And that 4 hours, you can see little by little we're also consolidating. We did break to the lower side here, but I'm sure we'll break back up above around this area, $2 or so, and we'll be looking to see some of these highs soon. Something to keep an eye on, y'all, as we start to recover on this stock. We hit a low, but we're looking to break through this downtrend, start to push to the upside again. So I'll definitely keep y'all posted on this one as we start to see the volume draw back in. Right now it's something I've been watching. I know the volume has taken a hit over the last couple of days, but I don't think it's over for this stock. I just think it's a good opportunity to buy in, knowing that we've recently seen those $3 levels and you can already double your money, give or take, at this level now once we just hit that mark again. And we're looking to ride it long term. We're looking at that $7 range here. So just look for a good buy opportunity. 163, 165, little by little, we've been floating around that range, and that seems like a good, healthy price right there for me to get in on, as far as wanting to move up to the upside and fill my belly on that amount. But yeah, this is what I'm watching right now, y'all. This is kind of what's in the scope, looking for that snipe. But these are the top four. If you weren't already watching them, add them to the watch list, y'all. I really think we're gonna see some good price action on these stocks if we aren't already on some of these. But BBIG, Funware, something to watch today, and Dat Chat and Amera Virtual Cloud, something to just keep on the back burner and just kind of wait for that volume to draw back in here. I don't think it's over for these yet, though. I really think it's starting on these two, and these ones also here. We're starting to already see the volume, as you can tell. But let's see what happens today, see how we play out, and if we see anything good happen, I'll be leaving an update for y'all, letting you know of the progress we made. But appreciate everybody taking the time tuning in this morning, all y'all early birds, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out.